reshape the architecture. It will reshape the architecture of our security systems, of our digital security, economic security, national security. You will have to start whether we do quantum. The question is not whether we actually engage and actually master quantum, it's actually how fast we do it. So I think the question is no longer about do we have a choice. There is no choice about it. It's a question of how rapidly do we engage with it. And because quantum is sitting at the intersection of multiple fields, physics, artificial intelligence, material science, cyber, all of them are converging all around this quantum thing, and that's very, very important. The good thing is, and it's very good, and it holds good for Hyderabad, and I'll come to that in a minute. India is strongly positioned to take advantage of the quantum revolution. What are the ingredients that are needed, you need a strong software talent pool. Luckily, we have that. I'm not saying that all of them are quantum ready, but we at least have a strong base to build on very, very fast. And it's undeniable that if we pay the right, attention, we can actually be the strongest as far as the talent pool is concerned. We also, luckily, have a strong base of quantum scientists because we are still in the research area as far as many parts of this field are concerned. And we also have a strong quantum, a very strong entrepreneurial startup setup. So that's the second thing. And the third and most powerful thing which we have in India is we have first-rate digital infrastructure. So the three things are, you need good scientists, you need good software talent pool, and you need digital infrastructure. And if a particular city wants to become a leader in quantum, it also requires the three things: talent, software pool, scientists, and good digital infrastructure. And then it can become leader. And that's what the National Quantum Mission has set out to do. It is not very old, 2023, just 2 years. And we have come quite some distance. Dr. Chaudhary, who again you saw in the video, is associated with the National Quantum Mission, and it's given us a solid start. But I think we should have very ambitious goals. I think the national goal, and it comes out in a report, that by 2035, 10 years from now, India should be one of the top 3 economies in quantum. I mean, nothing less than that would do. After all, we are the 4th largest economy in the world today, soon to become the 3rd largest economy in 3 years' time. Should we also not be a top 3 quantum economy? If you look at the amount of R&D money being invested in quantum, we are still about 7 or 8. Even Australia is spending more money on quantum than us. We will have to bump it up, and I think the government is committed to bumping it up. So we should aim to be the 3rd largest economy. And it's not about gradual incremental growth. It should be an exponential leapfrog growth. You just jump and go and take the lead. So we should move from pilots to platforms. We are no longer to be at the pilot stage. Quickly move from pilot to platform, that's important. Research should be commercialized fast so that actually there are end-use products that people can use. And last but not the least, and this is a big, big problem, what we need is not isolated efforts in little cubicles, but coordinated ecosystem-wide effort across the country, across the state, across cities. And here the role of states is very, very important. Why? Who creates the talent pool? States. Where are all the research institutions located? In states. Digital infrastructure is all localized. It's in states. So if you provide the right ecosystem, any location can become a leader in quantum. And that's why Niti Aayog chose Hyderabad as the place to release a national report. The audience of that report is not Hyderabad, it's the whole country. But I think this city has all the ingredients to become a quantum city if it wishes to. And with the right set of policies, Hyderabad can become a quantum city. What does it mean? It's not just being top 3. There is money behind it. There is a huge economy that's going to follow from there. And therefore, the Telangana quantum strategy, which has just been released, is actually the first step. It shows the determination which a committed, proactive state leadership can do if it wants to actually take. The fact that Telangana has taken cognizance of the existence of this field, come out with a quantum strategy, the next step is it should not remain in the books, it should get rolled out. And get rolled out in the field, Hyderabad can be the quantum city of India if the right efforts are made, and that's a fervent desire and that's a wish. You need to focus on research, need to focus on skilling, and you need to focus on innovation. And I think again, the basic ingredients are here. Also, the good thing with the strategy is it kind of synergizes with what the national strategy is. You see, you can't have, ants pulling a grain of rice. They all go in multiple directions. A lot of effort is wasted. If things are actually, everybody pulling in the same direction, you actually achieve more. And I think the Telangana strategy is in alignment with the national strategy, so you can actually deliver results much faster. The NITI report is actually very bold. When you say, I want to be the top 3 economy in quantum economy, it's a very bold statement. But I think it's a doable statement. It's bold, but achievable. India has a globally competitive base. India has a globally competitive, digital infrastructure. And what we have set as a goal in that report is 50% of the global software and services industry that comes out of quantum should be in India. We are early birds. If we do it, just as India rode the IT wave. What you see all around this particular place is a result of the IT wave. It began early 2000s and we built. The second wave was the GCC wave. That also, and actually Hyderabad has actually become a leader. It's gone ahead of many cities as far as GCCs are concerned. There's no doubt about it. If you look at IT, there are about 8 cities in India. But you look at GCCs, there are only 3 cities in India. So you are one of the 3 from one of the 8. So I think in quantum, if you take the right steps, this country can benefit and the city of Hyderabad can also benefit. We should also quickly move towards integrate ahead, and for us to make the right moves to grab ahead, and for us to make the right moves to grab this revolution. I'm sure that with the talent that is there, the infrastructure is there, and most importantly, the willpower that is there, India can be a top quantum nation, and the city of Hyderabad can be a quantum city of India. Wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for those inspiring words. We definitely look forward to Hyderabad being the quantum capital, if you will, of India. Our next speaker, we are honored to hear from one of the most celebrated scientists of India, Dr. V.K. Saraswat, member Niti Aayog, former DG of DRDO, is the architect of India's indigenous missile program, including Prithvi, Dhanush, Prahar, Agni 5 and the ballistic missiles. His contributions span cybersecurity, silicon photonics, hydrogen ecosystem, alternate energy, and national transportation frameworks. A Padma Shri, Padma Vibhushan awardee, he continues to guide India's strategic scientific direction. Please welcome Dr. Saraswat.
Namaskar. Very good afternoon. Honorable Deputy Chief Minister of Telangana, Sri Bhatti Vikramarka Mallu Garu, Dr. Sridhar Babu, the Minister for IT, my dear friend and colleague, Dr. Shri Subramaniam, another friend and colleague, Sanjay Kumar, and Ms. Devjani Ghosh, who has been pioneering the frontier technology agenda in Niti Aayog and has done a wonderful job by collating and coordinating this particular report which has been released today. Congratulations to the team which has done a wonderful work, and I have the opportunity to go through this report and I found it absolutely wholesome. It really lays down the roadmap for what India should do. And I fully endorse the views of Mr. Subramaniam that while we may be doing more, but we can do it. It is possible. Why quantum matters today? Because quantum technologies are transitioning rapidly from what used to be a theoretical construct once upon a time to engineered systems. I only can give you one simple example. Our national quantum mission is only 2-year-old, not even 2 years old. But our industry, our startup companies have already started talking of 25 qubit, 50 qubit computers which are coming on front. So there is a significant amount of progress that has been taking place. World over, if you look at it, I think people have already reached more than 100. So the construct is what is important. And it is not just one domain. It is computing, it is communication, it is sensing, it is materials. And I will not underrate and leave out simulation. Globally, countries have invested huge amount of money, $10 billion, and racing towards quantum advantage. We have to also look at where do we stand with respect to this kind of an investment. Basically, this technology will determine the competitiveness across artificial intelligence, cyber security, drug discovery, even the chip design tomorrow, climate modeling, national security, and advanced manufacturing. All of them will be part of this. For India, I must say the quantum capability is vital for technological sovereignty. We cannot, as Mr. Subramanian mentioned, we have been doing catch-up. I think we have to come out of this catch-up game. We have to be in the leading position, and for that this technological sovereignty has to be achieved. We have to be strategically independent, and we should be able to achieve through this the economic security. While the report has done tremendous amount of work in terms of doing SWOT, strength, weakness and threat analysis, I fully endorse some of those views. But India has entered this era with a strong STEM talent what we have today. We have deep software engineering capabilities and a globally respected and robust digital public infrastructure. In fact, when I presented that in one of the seminars in France, I think it was appreciated the kind of India tech what we have today. It is something unmatchable. The National Quantum Mission is a good exercise which has seeded research hubs, communication pilots, materials programs and early computing experiments. One of the hub leader, madam, has already given presentation, and in fact she is doing wonderful work. The kind of work which is being done on the quantum sensors. Madam, I want to mention to you that when I was secretary DRDO, not even secretary, even scientist working for developing the missiles, in those days in 2004, 2005, we were talking about atomic interferometry gyroscopes for meeting the long range requirements of the missiles and all that. At that time, nobody was talking about quantum. 2004, I don't think we had anything about it. But the physics was known, and we knew that this kind of a sensor can be developed. Very happy to know that you are doing a magnetometer today. So this is the kind of a thing that will certainly drive the agenda. Indigenous development of superconducting qubits, photonic processors and cold atom systems is progressing in the laboratories. TIFR is doing a wonderful work. Vijay Raghavan's team is developing the system. But I think we have to change our track in that. I was reading recently an article where the UK team has developed a system in which the entire quantum portion is separately put on underground and rest all is in the 19 size racks where the entire control is coming, entire detail. It looks as if you are not working on a quantum computer, you are working on a typical digital HPC or something like that. I think we'll have to look at some of these configurations which are emerging across. Our department, some of them have done wonderful work. For example, ISRO has demonstrated the satellite-based quantum key distribution, which positions India among the few nations capable of secure quantum communication. ANRF has an agenda for doing high-end research in this particular race. Other initiatives are taken by MIT and DRDO, which reinforce the national effort to create a secure quantum communication backbone. These form a strong foundation. That means these are areas in which work is going on and some leadership positions are going to be achieved. Taking clue from what India's quantum vision from 2035, I think the report also covers, and many of you have talked about it. We should be able to build about 10 plus globally competitive quantum startups, and each with significant revenue and global standing. That should be one of our mission by 2035. We should be able to achieve over a 50% share of the global quantum software and the service market. Deploy quantum technologies across at least 3 major sectors, including strategic sectors like defense, health, chemicals, petroleum, and finance. We should be able to attain strong control over critical points of global quantum supply chain, making India a net exporter of quantum hardware. As somebody was talking about, we should not be only looking at the basic quantum thing. The peripherals are very important. We can actually bring peripherals at the same speed levels or equal to, or some of them, which will match very closely in terms of accuracy, speed, and size to meet the requirement of the future quantum systems. We should be a net exporter of quantum hardware and software and hold some IPs. India as a global hub for foundational breakthroughs in quantum technology is my wish. So there are technology pathways and there are sectoral impacts. I mentioned to you about quantum computing, communication, materials and sensing from technology backbone of India's strategic advancement. And what are the areas which we are looking at? One of them is national security and quantum safe encryption, quantum key distribution networks, advanced sensors and GPS independent navigation is what we are looking at. Coming from defense, I look at it as a major requirement. And in fact, in our city and next door, close to IIIT Hyderabad, there's an institution in University of Hyderabad called C.R. Rao Advanced Institute of Mathematics, Computer Science and Statistics. The team there is already working on post-quantum cybersecurity. There's a phenomenal work going on. Quietly, some few scientists are working on that. I'm sure we have to make use of them and collaborate with them. Healthcare and pharma. I heard the talk of Mr. Krishnala the other day in ASCII. At about 3 months or 4 months back, he was talking about the use of quantum simulation for drug discovery, molecular optimization, and diagnostic analysis. Manufacturing and materials is another area which should certainly be taken care of. Cryogenics, photonics, cryo-CMOS, high purity materials, superconducting devices and control electronics. Telangana, sir, I would like to remind you that we have opened Photonics Valley Corporation. I was associated in that particular exercise. I think Photonics Valley Corporation should be made a major hub for developing all the components and devices which go into the quantum. It should become one of the major sources. We have the necessary background and we have taken this step much ahead of time. I think it should be taken to that particular form. Finance, portfolio optimization, risk modeling, fraud detection and quantum secure communication. Mobility and logistics, that would be basically in terms of quantum enhanced sensors and optimization tools and secure mobility networks. That's what should be our focus. And climate and agriculture, as many of you have mentioned, that is where IIT Bombay's work will be very, very important. Quantum sensors, madam, and enabling precision agriculture using them tomorrow. That should be done. So what are the critical enablers for India's quantum push? As all of you have mentioned, we have the right talent. Tens of thousands of quantum professionals will be needed across physics, engineering, materials, artificial intelligence and computing. Interdisciplinary programs, industry, university pipelines and global fellowships must expand rapidly. I think this is another demand. We mentioned about hardware, peripherals and materials. We should develop the domestic capability in cryogenics. In fact, I was wondering, many of my startup companies today are waiting for the import of dilution refrigerator. I do not see any major reason why a dilution refrigerator cannot be designed and developed in our country with the kind of technologies we have in cryogenics and the materials we have. We can do it. It's a question of market. We should be able to take it forward. Strengthen the Indian semiconductor mission. It is vital for fabrication aligned with the quantum requirements. We need to do industry-led innovation, co-innovation labs, early adoption pilots and industry-driven R&D will accelerate this maturity. And I think some of the startups which have come in this area are already doing some very good work, but I think it's the bigger industry which has to now play a major role. There are some innovation platforms like IDEX, which has already powered the quantum startups, building sensors and secure communication tools, which illustrate the potential of our startup systems. Another area which we need to really do it, I think we should not shy away from the fact that standards are required. If we don't do the benchmarking, the trust will not be there. We have to do the standards. So India must lead in global quantum standards, security protocols, benchmarking frameworks and reliability certification. I think this is one area where globally we can even collaborate. A national benchmarking program will enhance trust and accelerate commercialization. If you really want to commercialize, you need to have standards. A quantum becomes pervasive, ethical use, cyber resilience and sustainability must be built into the design from the outset. What is the risk if we don't act? Dependence on foreign hardware and loss of strategic autonomy. We will be catching up. I think we should avoid. Rising cyber security vulnerabilities. All the solutions will come from outside and you will be vulnerable. Then migration of quantum talent will take, it already many of them are going, but it will happen more. So early startups to foreign ecosystems we will be feeding. Loss of India's opportunity to lead the global south in trusted quantum technologies. These are the risks. City of Telangana, or city of Hyderabad in Telangana. I have an emotional attachment with this because I have spent about 45 years of my professional life in this city of Hyderabad, building missiles and many other systems later. So I certainly have a very good idea that this country is one of the best research and education hub. We have the defense labs here, we have production centers from defense, we have IITs, we have IIIT, we have universities like University of Hyderabad, JNTU, Osmania, some of the wonderful educational institutions. They all are capable of working together provided we set the goal for them. Provided we give them that Telangana is driving the agenda for quantum tomorrow. As Mr. Subramanian mentioned, we have the necessary framework. I think we have to just put it across. Platforms like T-Hub, T-Works, VHub have built one of India's strongest innovation system. India's quantum mission will be achieved through cooperative federalism, and that is what we are doing. National direction combined with a strong state-led innovation and industry engagement. That is what we need to do. The roadmap is discussed in the report. All the 7 steps are very, very important, sir. They are very, very clear. It defines the operational architecture that will drive this mission forward. It is more than a plan. It declares that India's growth will be powered by scientific excellence, technological sovereignty, and innovation-led industry. We have to build full-stack quantum capability from hardware to software. We have to establish national test beds and validation centers, foster deeper collaboration between academia, startups, and public sector undertakings, reform procurement models to allow pilot projects and early stage adoption. In fact, I want to just mention to one startup company came, they made some simulator and they want to give it to that government agencies should take it. Unfortunately, even today, the government agencies say, we have to do the tender. If you come through, I'll be able to buy your item. Now, that's not the way quantum can be done. We have to support by early procurement of the systems which are developed by our startup companies. We have to embed ethics, security and sustainability into the DNA of our innovation. We emphasize partnership across ministries, industries and international allies to ensure scale, standards alignment and shared prosperity. Niti Aayog will ensure this vision moves decisively from paper to practice. Coordinate efforts across ministries, laboratories, states and industry. It will harmonize regulation, mission funding and procurement models. It will catalyze private investment and international collaboration rooted in the trust and scientific integrity. It will establish monitoring, benchmarking and evaluation framework to track national progress. With Niti Aayog's stewardship, India's quantum ambition becomes a coordinated national mission, not a collection of isolated initiatives. To conclude, I would say India now has a one-in-a-generation opportunity to shape the global quantum landscape. The time is critical. Quantum today is at the same inflection point that the internet was in the early 90s or AI a decade ago. Nations that act decisively now will define not only the technology but also the geopolitics and economic models of the future. This roadmap signals a clear intent. India will not be a participant but a nation that defines the quantum future. Where innovation drives industry, science strengthens security, and knowledge elevates national pride. Together, we can transform India into a leading quantum powered economy, and Telangana and city of Hyderabad can play a major role with the kind of political will, the kind of scientific temper, the kind of talent, and the kind of infrastructure what we have. We can anchor economy in innovation secured by science and driven by national pride. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Minister, for your kind words. May I invite now a visionary leader who has played a pivotal role in shaping Telangana's tech and industry landscape. He began his journey as a lawyer in the AP High Court, but quickly turned towards politics, becoming one of India's youngest legislators of the time, carrying forward a proud legacy of leadership. As a tech-savvy leader with visionary approach, he is committed to making Hyderabad the next AI capital with focus on emerging tech. Sridhar Babu sir's journey began with strategic initiatives to position Telangana as a premier destination for global investments, and he is an influential voice in AI today in governance and in industry. Please welcome Shri Sridhar Babu sir, Honorable Minister, ITEC, Industries and Commerce and Legislative Affairs.
అందరికీ నమస్కారం. Very good afternoon to all. On the days from government, our Honorable Deputy Chief Minister Sri Bhatti Vikramarka garu, Member Niti Aayog Sri Dr. V.K. Saraswat, CEO Niti Aayog Sri B.V.R. Subramanian garu, Distinguished Fellow of Niti Aayog, Ms. Devanshi Ghosh, along with me on the dais, our Special Chief Secretary, Mr. Sanjay Kumar, with my leaders from the industry, and also the researchers, scientists, and the academic professors, the director, Triple IT, and the team over here for hosting us, and friends from the media. You know, I'm here to say, and frankly speaking, after hearing to Ms. Debjani Ghosh and Subramanian Garu and Mr. Saraswat, and also going through what Amit has given as a presentation, when Jay Gambit, Ajay Chowdhury and Ms. Shah has gave their presentations, it was absolutely insightful. For the roadmap and also telling us how to transform our economies into a leading quantum powered economies. And before I do, and before I present my government vision towards it, you know, we take pride in two Telugu men here sitting. Sir, I also consider you as a Telugu man.
Yes, sir.
Subramanian Garu is a very renowned, seasoned bureaucrat, done many roles at the national level. And we know about Saraswat ji. One shot of big award from the nation. And in fact, you know, from NASCOM, you know, Ms. Debjani Ghosh, we know you, ma'am, since a long time, who is a visionary leader in terms of technology. And while she was presenting on the frontier and technologies, how they can disrupt, how we can make use of these technologies. You know, in fact, you know, she spends most of her time relentlessly, you know, to further in the technology map before the global map and see that the India emerges on the top at the end of 2047 by using all these technologies into city. So I would like to literally mention, you know, the young minds who are also sitting over there from IIIT and all other institutes, those are the people. What we are trying to build, they will be inheriting. So absolutely, when I go back and see, this year marks the 100 years of the quantum mechanics revolution. When the quantum mechanics revolution has taken place, we have seen too much of revolution in technology terms, in terms of industry. And we have celebrated International Year of Quantum Mechanics too. And in fact, first of all, when we are celebrating this 100th year of quantum mechanics, and when central government has just thought of putting a roadmap for transforming India into leading quantum powered economy, I would like to thank central government and especially the Niti Aayog CEO for choosing a place like Hyderabad, a state of Telangana, to launch, the powered policy statement transforming India into leading powered economy. I thank the Niti Aayog for selecting Hyderabad, for posing trust and faith in our young talent in the grey matter. Over the period of 40 years, what we have built from 1992, if I do remember, when we laid the foundation stone in high-tech city. This marks a great transformation from the traditional moving of our economy. In 1992, when we had this occasion, nobody would have thought, when we are just trying to put this policy paper on the quantum, people would definitely have so many apprehensions. From 1992 till now, our Honorable Chief Minister, Mr. Revant Reddy, keeps on telling that we always welcome the progressive policies, we try to build on it, we try to monetize on it, we try to excel in that. From 1992, even though the different political ideology governments were there, but on the top, the leadership took all the policy initiatives which were progressive to the next level. For example, if you can see from 1992 to 2004 and 2004 to 2014, when world was taking into a different leap, 2014 to 2023, and we are here back again in 2023, and we are contemplating till 2047 in Telangana rising 2047. But if you have seen, the great ecosystem which has been built over these past 3 to 4 decades, the ecosystem what is being told by Subramanian Garu, the great ecosystem in terms of the software, the great infrastructure, the digital infrastructure which has been created over the past 3 decades, and the great spirit of entrepreneurship and the fire in belly attitude of the youngsters who wants to excel is there in the city. That's the real reason today we are launching this big initiative. Even though there were lot many cities over there, they have selected this place because of this, and we are thankful to Niti Aayog. And in fact, I have to mention here, when AI has come into picture, many would have thought, and we can't sit back and say, let it cross by. And this is a time again, चेतावनी बोलते हैं हिंदी में. No, this technology has literally come now. Try to get prepared, get up to face this technology, to get up with this technology, and literally see how way best we can excel. If you have seen in human history, there have been many discoveries and many inventions, and in modern times, if you see in the past 100 years or so, how, few people on the discovery or invention of this electricity, the printing press models or internal combustion engines, transistors or the internet, now the AI, and so henceforth the quantum. This, if we have seen the consequences, have impacted the world at large in every aspect of life. If you tell about in transportation or in health or in food or in industry, you name anything, the discoveries have literally taken us to the next level. So the contribution I would like to mention is the first 100 years of quantum mechanics have changed our way nobody could have foreseen. Our forefathers couldn't have foreseen it. Currently also, the innovation in quantum technologies, as told by the elders on the days and of the days at the early stage, whether it is sensing, whether it is computing, whether it is cryptography or the other, nevertheless, the promise is enormous. When we consider a 300 perfect qubit system which shall create more states than the particles in the universe. So this is a scientific thing which is involved. 300 perfect qubit system can create more states than particles in the universe. The power of computer, if you can imagine all the researchers or the professors sitting over here, you can imagine this sort of powerful system will be the mind-blogging. We can imagine, as she rightly said, we are moving from AI, agentic AI and super intelligence, artificial systems, and comes the next level which we are imagining right now, which may be the reality. When we imagine the artificial brains powering robots, individualized programs solving personal health problems at a molecular level, and designing drugs and therapies as a nutrition, and creating materials that have not existed before, which are unimaginable, which are more efficient, which are power generated, and storage technologies, if we look, that will look mostly impossible today. How far are free from this? The turning point is definitely, with my little knowledge, I can say the reliable quantum computer, that is in the thousands to the millions of the qubits. This is not far-fetched dream. Since the inflection point is the trigger, now we will be triggering that. I am promising you the three people, the eminent people sitting on here, and with our Chief Minister, Mr. Revanth Reddy's vision, and with the Deputy Chief Minister over here, we will, definitely we will trigger this and move on to become the quantum leader. We have already seen a place of innovation pick up in the space in the last couple of years. And we have faith in human ingenuity and positive mindsets that can seem within our reach. If you see in this race, uncertainty is mixed with outcome. Disruption is mixed with opportunity and also with growth. We do not fear uncertainty or disruption. Telangana will lay the roadmap for this journey of the quantum technologies as we recognize opportunity and impact at the global level. Disruption definitely looks really frightening, especially at the pace today. We embrace this. We would like to take it on. We would like to take it head on. The city of Hyderabad, has shown this adapting to changes and rapidly evolving to the needs of the world. A consistency that I was mentioning that shows robustness in our systems and our leadership. Every time the world thinks it understands us, we quietly shift categories and evolve from heritage to different domestic expertise. So I can assure you, and on these days, with the commitment and the conviction of our leadership led by our Chief Minister and with the cabinet colleagues, from on these days, the challenge is on us. Mr. Subramanian Garu, we would like to declare this city of Hyderabad as a quantum city. And we will work, we will take a step on step, and we will try to evolve it as a quantum city. We need all your support in making this city as a quantum city. And coming back to what the other speakers were mentioning on this area, before that I proceed to, we have been taking the disruptions in a very positive way. Technology in each and every second is trying to disrupt any domain expertise of our industries. And we have imbibed it. If you have seen it, our city is a city of heritage. We always used to proclaim that, we have Charminar, and we have been built over the past many kings, or Kakatiyas, or Shalivanas, or Shatavanas, but now we have moved to become the leaders in terms of the industry. From heritage, now we are the leaders in IT, we are the leaders in pharma, and we are leaders in terms of turning technologies. Now, if I can say that in the defense and aerospace too, we are trying to prove ourselves that we become the leaders for tomorrow. This year we could outpass our software exports compared to our software, and also into the pharma, our defense and aerospace exports from this state of Telangana has surpassed the exports what we do in software and pharma. We are proud to say that we are going to be the leaders in terms of the defense and aerospace too. And I always keep saying, now the time has come. And Ms. Ghosh, you have to literally aid and assist us. Now we are trying to scale up from back office capability to the value added centers. Now we are trying to design ourselves from global capability centers to move on to become the global value centers. So from low cost labor arbitrage, where the leadership from different parts of the world has chosen us, keeping in view of the skill, keeping in view of the digital infrastructure, keeping in view of the spirit of our young and the grey minds which are available. Now it's a high time that we transform ourselves from GCCs to GVCs. And these are the steps what we are taking, and we are just not trying to build a facade. Beyond the facade, we are trying to bring in the system which will make the facade a reality. When we speak the language of reinvention fluently, and when the quantum technology tsunami definitely arises, we should make ourselves ready. There is no uncertainty, but we are trying to create the momentum to face it. Today, Telangana already hosts, one of the deepest research corridors. Over 52 R&D institutions are here, as said by Niti Aayog's a member, and 30 plus universities. And countries' reputed academic institutions like IIT, IIIT, TIFR, NIIT, BITS, ISB, CCMB, Osmania University, JNTU, last but not the least, my own university is the Central University. More than 380 global tech innovation centers, building advanced systems, and growing cluster of quantum research and deep tech startups, a number that look small today and inevitable tomorrow. We are building a quantum capability from ground to connect with intellectual capabilities that are already built. That is why this is our only state, this is the first state as said by Subramanian Garu. We are not launching a policy which we have launched through the hands of our CEO Niti Aayog and also the member Niti Aayog, that we are not launching a policy, sir. We are declaring a direction. Telangana would become the first state in India with a formal long-term quantum strategy, one aligned with the national quantum mission but designed to move faster, designed to really experiment earlier and deploy at a great scale. And this roadmap is built around one belief. The future will not be shaped by those who compute fastest, but by those who dare to compute differently. The strategy creates research infrastructure, innovation hubs, the quantum AI test beds, and talent pathways. It also prepares financial systems to strengthen cryptography before the quantum breaks it. It prepares life sciences to accelerate drug discovery that would take classic computing centers. It prepares public systems, defense and critical infrastructure not only to adopt quantum but to influence the global standards. And here is the truth that many don't hear clearly enough. The quantum era will not belong to those who make the hardware. It will belong to those who imagine that the humanity will do with it. That is where Telangana intends to lead, and that is where we mentioned in our policy. not as a passive user, not as a late beneficiary. As rightly said by Subramanian Garu, do we want to be a follower or a leader? You just asked us the question. We would always, in all streams, here we are trying to prove ourselves to be a leader and the world should follow. And we would like to love to be a leader all the time, sir. And, we won't take the fruits as a late beneficiary. This is a region that helps the world decide that is scientifically possible, ethically acceptable, and economically transformative. To the students here, the young brains over here, if AI taught how the world learns you to machines, how the world machines learn, then quantum will teach us how to solve what we once believed unsolvable. Your future job description do not exist because your generation will write them. To the researchers who are all here, the equations you are working on today may someday define the global standards. The equations what you write today will secure nations. The equations you are working today will power discoveries humanity can't comprehend. And to all the industry leaders who are here, that once in a century movement will come. What matters a lot, when being early matters more than being perfect. As we built a digital driven economy, we would also build quantum economy for the state of Telangana. That is also a broad and enlightening vision of Telangana Rising 2047, where we are presenting our vision document by our Chief Minister, Mr. Revanth Reddy, on December 8th and 9th, and through a solid philosophy that the nation that lead in quantum won't just compete, they dominate the future of security, innovation, and prosperity. And in fact, I would like to respond to a few things what the eminent people who have told about what the Telangana should do. When they've been mentioning about our presence in very strong ecosystem in terms of the IT or the software or the AI, which we are trying to build a robust AI system. When Ajay Chaudhary was mentioning about the quantum secure, we are already working on it. We would like to take the cues from his suggestions. And also to lay the stress on research, we are working out with all the premier institutions, how should we move forward. And in terms of Subramanian's observation, where he already mentioned why he chose Hyderabad as one of the key areas where the quantum can be led and where we can produce the quantum scientist, where the digital infrastructure should be built still more robust to encompass, embrace and integrate quantum into the systems. And when he mentioned about, this point of me mentioning about GCCs to make as GVCs, is what you mentioned, from pilot to platform is the main idea and the main theme of our agenda. We will try to build on it. And, few other things what I would like to mention. When AI has come into picture, now the quantum is trying to surpass it. We would like to, because recently the Chief Minister, Mr. Revanth Reddy, has also declared, by March, we are going to start, fund of funds for the startups and for the innovation. And this fund of funds will be the first ever initiative by our Telangana government. And this will try to infuse lots of energy and spirit in the young entrepreneurs, not only in the traditional software, but also in terms of AI, in terms of the quantum too. So this fund of funds, we would like to really put it across. The industry leaders are also here. They will be the part and parcel of this fund of funds. And from this next financial year, because the finance minister is also here, and from the next financial year, we are trying to come up with a fund of funds. When it comes to industry, we are going to declare, because it may be from different verticals of the industry, to keep our ministry, our department within the reach of each and every industry partners who are contributing to our economy. we are just putting it across. Every week we will have an industry day, once a week with Honorable Secretary, Principal Secretary, or right now the Special Chief Secretary, one day in a week, interaction with industry partners, one day in a week, once in a month, I as the industry minister, their issues, once a month, this is our initiative from the industry sector, and we would like to move on from it. And coming down to the leaders who are here from the Niti Aayog, Hyderabad as such is the key driver in terms of contributing much to the per capita income of this country and to the GDP income of the country. That's the real reason we just thought maybe it's a Herculean and mountainous task for us to build a 1 trillion economy by 2034 or 3 trillion economy by 2047. The Chief Minister, with this grand vision, has envisaged this vision, and to all the elders over here, I would like to mention, with the great participation of Niti Aayog under the leadership of the chairman and the CEO and the members, and also from the contribution from ISB and the suggestions from the industry leaders, we are trying to create a document, a vision document, Telangana Rising 2047, which shall be unveiled by our Honorable Chief Minister on December 8th and 9th, which shall be the vision of this state to see that the economy galvanizes to the next level. And, when it has to galvanize, I have to, my job and my role in terms of taking the nuances of the technology into consideration, try to embrace them, and try to start and try to convert these technologies as a major growth engines for our state economy. So let me end with this. When history looks back, we will not remember today that Telangana launched this strategy. So I would like to mention here, this day over here will remembered as the day Telangana accepted its role in shaping a quantum era. Because Hyderabad has never been a city that waits for the future. Hyderabad is a city that's built it. Thank you, and thank you everybody for joining us. Thank you everybody.
Thank you, sir, for those inspiring words. I now have the privilege of inviting another visionary leader, our Honorable Deputy CM Garu Bhatti Vikramarka Mallu, sir. He serves as the Deputy Chief Minister for Telangana and holds key portfolios including finance, planning and energy. As Energy Minister, he is expanding Telangana's power capacity and has prioritized renewables to future-proof the state's energy security. Under his leadership, Telangana is pursuing a forward-looking developmental blueprint called Telangana Rising 2047. As the Finance Minister for Telangana, he has been instrumental in the vision of Telangana Rising to propel the state's economy into a $3 trillion economy. Please welcome our Honorable Deputy CM Garu.
Honorable Minister, Industry, IT and Legislative Affairs, Sri Duddila Sridhar Babu Garu, Sri BVR Subramaniam ji, CEO Niti Aayog, Dr. VK Saraswat ji, Ms. Devjani Ghosh ji, and Sanjay Kumar, Special Chief Secretary, IT and Industries, and heads of IT Hyderabad, particularly Director, and other industry leaders, the students of IT, media friends, Very good afternoon to all of you. I really welcome you all to Hyderabad for this important occasion on the launch of the Niti Aayog Quantum Roadmap and also Telangana Quantum Strategy. It's a great privilege and honor for me to stand in front of many intellectuals and the strategy policy makers for the country and various states also. Today, in fact, it is a great day for as far as the state is concerned. The whole world is talking about the quantum and quantum economy. India's quantum strategy is being released from the city of Hyderabad, the capital of Telangana. That shows the confidence and trust of the country on the state of Telangana and Hyderabad. And we really know once again, though the minister already expressed his gratitude, and also I am once again thanking the entire Niti Aayog team for choosing the Hyderabad and releasing the strategy quantum roadmap. Of course, as you have been believing, we strongly believe that Hyderabad can lead the quantum economy tomorrow because it has all and everything possible to make quantum economy a reality into the picture. A beautiful infrastructure, talent pool, digital. Our chairman, CEO Niti Aayog, has been saying that digital talent pool which is readily available in Hyderabad. Me and my friend Sridhar Babuji comes from Hyderabad Central University. People when started speaking about AI, I still remember way back in 1980s, late 80s. In Hyderabad Central University, the center being called, center called AI, been opened and started, and one Mr. Reddy was heading the center and teaching the students that AI is going to lead the world tomorrow. That shows how ahead this Hyderabad and the universities. And today everyone is talking about the AI. But Hyderabad Central University started way back in 80s, the center. And in fact, my Chief Minister also is very fond of the technology. Apart from core industry that he believes the Telangana economy can be taken to the heights through technology. In fact, he is supposed to attend this program as chief guest. But because of various pressing, unavoidable activities and the programs which we are designing for our state vision document to be released on December 8th and 9th, he has particularly asked me to attend this program and asked me to convey his greetings to all the participants of this AI, Niti Aayog Quantum Roadmap. Friends, I will also talk about a few things, though this is the main function of the Niti Aayog Quantum Roadmap, but also I would like to speak something about our own state also, Telangana here. Telangana quantum strategy today, quantum technology is changing the world more rapidly than any other technology. Quantum will change the world in every way. Any country that wants a great future must have a quantum strategy. That's what Telangana state believes today. It will decide in a big way the future of countries, their national security, their economic size and growth. While, Debjani Ghosh was speaking and giving her presentation, the risk of future in various fields, of course, we also, fully agree with Ms. Debjani Ghosh, what all that she is trying to tell the states and the country. It will decide in a big way the future of countries, their national security, their economic size and growth also. Telangana quantum strategy, aligned with national mission, aims for a unified and future-ready roadmap for research, skills development, education, infrastructure, and cyber security. It is aligned to Telangana Rising 2047. Friends, you all aware, the state of Telangana is celebrating 2 years completion of our government formation on 8th and 9th. On 9th, we are coming out with our vision document 2047, wherein we are showing how we are going to plan for the state future growth, how we are going to lay the foundation for various sectors to reach our dream of taking the state into $3 trillion economy by 2047. And also, while participating in this, I also request all the leaders of the industry, particularly Niti Aayog CEO and the members of Niti Aayog, please do take part in this vision document on 9th, our global summit function. With the launch of our TQS, we are announcing to the world our state's commitment to building India's most advanced quantum innovation ecosystem. We will unveil not only strategy but also the implementation roadmap. We are going to encourage strong and deep industry academia partnerships also. Quantum will be a key building block for the economic growth of Telangana and India. It will help in attracting and retaining global investments in all sectors. It is crucial for our research and innovation initiatives. Quantum is crucial for our goals for startups. Today I must emphasize we are creating a Young India Startup Fund. As a friend already, saying that fund of fund, right, that's nearing about 1,000 crore to support startups. Quantum startups will be our focus future. Telangana quantum strategy will position the state as India's first state with a dedicated roadmap for quantum tech. We will try to become role model for other states on how to build a complete quantum value chain, from research in labs to business applications in the market. Quantum is not just for business or economic reasons, but also key for capabilities in computing, communications, and cyber security. Technology will combine scientific depth, policy and vision, and vibrant execution ecosystem, which treats academia, startups, industry, and government as partners. Let us all celebrate this great day as we are taking a quantum leap as a country. And I also thank once again all the industry leaders and all the scientists, academicians who all have given the presentation on the quantum technology, and more so particularly CEO Niti Aayog and his team members. all the way coming from Delhi to Hyderabad and releasing this quantum strategy that shows Hyderabad is going to lead in this country and to the world also. I thank you once again, and we'll assure you from the government side, on behalf of the entire cabinet and our Chief Minister, Sri Reddy Garu, that we will definitely keep up and our promises what all that we are making, and we'll see to that all your dreams makes into reality. This is our goal, and we're going to achieve that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your vision. To conclude this landmark event, we request our Deputy CM Garu to present a memento and felicitate